So there's literally no single day that passes without me getting one question or the other about Facebook ads. And that's why I've decided in this video to get a compilation of most of the top questions that have been asked about Facebook ads and put them all into one video. So part of this video is going to be a replay from some of my live classes that I've given where I basically answered questions about Facebook ads. But what I've done is I've left timestamps in the description. So if you have any questions that relates to any of the questions that have been asked in the video, all you have to do is check the description and simply skip over to the question that you're looking for and receive an answer for it. So you're going to notice that I answer a bunch of questions ranging from payments to support to normal questions that people have when running ads on Facebook and Instagram. And I try to cover as much of them in detail inside this video. So if you enjoyed this kind of video, do make sure to like it, make sure to subscribe, and tell your friends or fellow business owner who is struggling with ads to subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be putting out amazing educative content and entertaining content that is going to help you run ads and take your business to the next level. With that being said, let's get into the questions. So the first question that I have here is, does the business manager have an app? Now, I've mentioned this already. I mentioned this already in one of the last videos that I recorded, and I said that in order to check your adverts, there is an app called the Facebook Ads Manager. So the business manager itself doesn't have an app. The app that you see in the App Store or in the Google Play Store is called the Facebook Ad Manager app. So if you search for Facebook ads, once you search for Facebook ads, the app is going to show up, and then you can download it. You can use it to monitor your adverts. You can use it to monitor everything that is going on. So the first question I've answered is, does the business manager have an app? The name of the app is called the Facebook Ads Manager app, or you can just type Facebook ads and you're going to see the first app that shows up in your iOS App Store or in the Google Play Store. That's the app that you should download and simply just log in with your Facebook details. Okay. The second question is, I got stuck at Facebook Pixel. Now I don't have a website, so how do I put it to use? Now, like I explained when it came to the video talking about creating a Facebook Pixel, creating and setting up a Facebook Pixel, you can actually have a Facebook Pixel without a website, right? So you do not need to install the Facebook Pixel on the website. You can have it created without a website. The reason why you need to have a Facebook Pixel created in the first place is that it helps you. You don't need it to you don't need to install it on your Facebook page or your Instagram page, but you need it created in order to run conversion campaigns. So in order to run a conversion campaign, you need to have your Facebook Pixel created. So don't worry whether you have a website where to place it on right now. As far as you have a Facebook page, as far as you have an Instagram page, simply create your Facebook Pixel and go about creating your custom audience for your Facebook page, for your videos on Facebook or Instagram, for your Instagram page. Go ahead and create those videos, right? Don't worry about the website if you don't have one. Okay, I hope that is good. All right, so the next question I'm answering is, I tried doing a Facebook ad without knowing about the business manager last month, but I couldn't pay with my card. I've opened my business manager and I'm seeing that my page is already listed there. Please, what can I do to change the payment setting? I am still on creating the business manager account. That's question one. Then if I want to be able to run ads for others, what should be my primary page? Will it be my business page, or would I need to set up a new page? So this question is in two parts. I'm going to start answering the question. The first question says, I tried doing a Facebook ad without knowing about the business manager last month, but I couldn't pay with my card, and I've opened my business manager and I'm seeing my page is already listed there. What can I do to change the payment setting? Okay, so the payment setting that you're going to be focusing on mainly is from inside the ad manager, not inside the business manager. Inside the business manager, there is somewhere to set up the payments, but I would not advise you to use that, because if you set it up from the business manager, you may face problems if you add future ad accounts. But what you want to do is set up the payments by the individual ad accounts that you're using. So if you already had a business manager that you were using before for something else, you can simply go ahead and deactivate it. If you don't want to start from what you were doing before, you can simply deactivate that business manager and start a new one. The reason why your page is showing up is because you're already an admin on your page. So that really doesn't impact anything. As far as you're an admin on your page is always going to show up on any business manager that you create. It's just going to show up because you are already an admin. So don't worry about that one. But if you're having issues with the business manager that you created before, what you want to do is just deactivate that business manager. If you go into business manager and you go to settings, so you can note this down. If you go into your business manager, you go to settings, that's inside the business settings, then you scroll down and look for where it says business info. When you see business info, you scroll down on that page and you're going to see where it says to permanently close business or permanently delete the business. If you delete it, Facebook is going to tell you, okay, it just takes about some days, and then they will delete it, and then you can create a new business manager account. This is also important because sometimes if you notice, if you created an Instagram business account or you created a Facebook business page, there are sometimes that Facebook will automatically create a business manager for you. That's why I said in the first video that it is important you create it by yourself. You don't want Facebook to create it for you. You want to be the one to create it for yourself. But by chance, if Facebook had been the one to create it for you and it's not working for you, you can simply close that one and open your own afresh in case Facebook automatically opened it for you. All right? So that's the first question. Now, the second question says, if I want to be able to run ads for others, what should be my primary page? So the primary page is just Facebook's way, or the Facebook Business Manager's way of making sure that you have an active page on your account. You really don't need to bother about what page is your primary page. But what I would advise that you do is that if you're using, if you want to run ads for somebody and you're looking for what page you want to be the primary page, make it your own page, right? Make it your own page. If you want to run ads for somebody else, my ideal process is this. If you want to run ads for somebody, do not use your own business manager as the person's account. I never do that, right? That's why if you see my tutorial, if you go and watch the tutorial again, you will see I have multiple different business managers because I don't add all those people into my own personal business manager. I have my own business manager, but the fact that somebody else has a business means that you can create a business manager for them. That is their own business manager. All they have to do is just add you. If you go to the video where I talked about adding a person, you simply add yourself to their own business account. Do you get it? You don't add all the other people's pages into your own account. You create different business managers for different people, right? You create business managers for different people. That's their business. It's not your own business. So you can't be adding them into your business. You create their business manager and you give them access, or you just give yourself access to the business manager. All right? I hope that makes sense. So once you do it like that, because you created a business manager for them, you can just add yourself as a person so you can help them run their ads. And in the future, if they decide to use somebody else or they decide to remove you, they can easily do it and they have control of their own business, right? That's why it's called a business manager. It's to make your life easier and not to complicate it, right? So Facebook has tried to help you make it simple for yourself. Don't try to complicate things by adding different people into your own business manager. All right? So I hope I've answered that question. It's better to have separate business managers for different people, add their own page, let them be doing their own thing. You just add yourself as a person to help them manage their ads, and that's it. The next question, I am having difficulty adding my Instagram account to business manager. It's saying there's no ad account. I tried creating a business manager. I don't have a website yet, so it's being cancelled after filling other options. What do I do, please? So if you're having difficulty adding your Instagram account to your business manager because there's no ad account, you want to make sure that you have created an ad account already before you try to add your Instagram account. The way I recorded the videos is the same step I want you to follow. The videos I recorded were actually in order. If you see it, I created the business manager first. I created the ad account before I even started talking about the page. That's just to show you the level that you should follow. I created the business manager talked about the ad account, talked about the page. I talked about the page, then talked about the ad account before I talked about connecting the Instagram to the business manager, because that is the step that you want to follow. If you try to do one before the other, you're going to run into issues, right? So please make sure you watch the videos and follow the step that I followed. Just follow everything. If you have done it wrong in the past, this is a good time to start afresh, right? Or you can totally disconnect everything and start afresh from beginning, so that you will not have any problems running ads on Facebook and Instagram. So that's how to solve that problem. Then the second question says, I don't have a website yet. I tried creating a business manager, so it's being cancelled after filling other options. Okay, so I didn't really cover the step-by-step creation of a new business manager in the tutorial, but when you are filling the details, I see it's a new option where they ask you for your website. So what you can do in there is you can simply just type in google.com or instagram.com or facebook.com, or just maybe your handle.com or something. They really don't need it. They're not using it to do anything. So any website that you type in there is going to be accepted. Let's say your handle is TrishaBiz. Just type in www.trishabiz.com and it's going to go through. So don't really worry about that. You can always change it in future when you have a website. So don't worry about that. You can also always change it in future. If you go into business settings, you go to business info, you can simply just change the websites that you put in there. So don't worry about that. Use any website, it's totally fine. So far as you can create your account, it's good. The next question is, please, I tried creating a business manager account, but it says I can't use the feature right now. What do I do? Okay, so the first thing to do in this instance is to check if you already have a business manager account before. Now, if you don't have a business manager account before and you're still getting that error, the next thing you want to do is try and use a different Facebook account in order to create the business manager. Now, if it's not working for you, it may probably be an error from the Facebook page itself or from the Facebook support itself. So if you've tried these two things I've said and it's not working for you, I'm going to give a link to Facebook support. So the official Facebook support team, you can actually chat with Facebook and somebody there would escalate your issue to the person in command, the next person in higher command, and they will get your issue looked into. So there are really some there are some issues that you may run into that it's just Facebook's fault, it's nobody's fault, and it's only Facebook that can help you resolve it. If it's something that has to do with your account getting closed down, you have to speak to Facebook in order to solve that problem. So this kind of problem also falls under that situation whereby you see that you can't use the feature right now. It may be a problem from Facebook, but if it's a particular option that you're typing in and it's not working, you can either send me a screenshot. You can send me a screenshot with the form, what shows on the form, and I'll let you know if it's a problem from Facebook itself, or if you just need to send a message to Facebook and they'll help you get it resolved, right? So not all problems will be solved by you. Some of them you would need to send a message directly to Facebook, and they'll be the best in the best position to help you resolve them. Hope that makes sense. The next question. Hello everyone, I've been trying to create my business manager account and it keeps asking for a website which I don't have yet. Okay, so I just answered this question. Just use any website, and in future you can always change it. So don't worry about the website right now. Okay, just use any website, and so far as you can create your account, you're good to go. The next question. I'm finding it hard to create a Facebook pixel. I've learned to add cash to my ad manager because I had issue using my GT Bank card via Facebook. Awesome. I'm glad you learned how to add the cash. Yeah, I showed that in the payment methods video, how to add payments. And if you're having problems creating your Facebook pixel, if you load the Facebook pixel page where it says Events Manager, you're going to see where it says Create a Pixel. Right? You're going to see where it says create a pixel. Now, like I said, if the issue that you're having is that the page is giving you an error, if the page is giving you an error, you have to speak to Facebook directly in that case. But if it's a case that you can't just see the option, you can send me a screenshot and I'll show you where to click in order to create the Facebook pixel. But if it's something other than that, only Facebook would be in the best position to help you resolve that problem. All right? The next question. Please, I would like to know how I can get the username for my Facebook page. I covered this in the second video talking about Facebook page, so you can watch that. I think that's about the 5th or 6th minute in the video where I talked about changing your username for a particular page. If you've used the username for a previous page, you cannot use it for a new page. So you can only use one username per page. You can't use the same username for 2 pages. And sometimes if you've used the username on a page that got deactivated or got deleted, you cannot claim the username again. So watch that video and you're going to see how I showed you to create a username for your page. If you go to your page, click on the about section and then you're going to see username. That's where to change it. Again, please note that there's a limit to the number of times you can change your username, just like on Instagram. I think so. But on Facebook, there's a limit to how often you can change your username. So make sure you use the right username because you will not be able to change it anytime you like. Okay? So please watch that video and you'd see how to create a username for your Facebook page. The next question is, I tried creating a business manager. It's telling me I can't use the feature right now. So I've covered that already. Also, the pixel, is it also applicable if I'm using a landing page in place of a website? Yes, the pixel is applicable. Literally every landing page software out there has a provision for Facebook pixel. And like I said in that video, if you watch that video closely, you see where I said that the way to set up the pixel would differ depending on the website you're using. So if you're using WordPress, you're using Shopify, you're using Wix, you're using Squarespace, you're using Easy Digital Download, anything you're using WooCommerce, all of them have the different ways for installing the Facebook pixel. What you can do is reach out to the sites that you're using or whatever program or software that you're using and tell them that you want to create or you want to install a Facebook pixel, or you can simply do a Google search on it and you're going to see the exact process to use in installing a Facebook pixel for your particular website. Not all websites have the same process for installing the pixel. They're going to vary. The process for WordPress is different from that of Shopify, is different from that of Squarespace, is different from that of Wix. All of them are different. All right, so you need to figure out the particular platform that you're using, and if you can't do it, if it's very complex, just Google it or send a message to like a developer to help you install it. But it's pretty simple to install. It's something that you can do by yourself. If you can operate an Instagram account, you can actually install your pixel by yourself. All right, hope that makes sense. The next question is, I would like to know if someone can install a Facebook pixel on a Facebook page shop. Okay, so you can't install a Facebook pixel on a Facebook page shop, but you can actually create your pixel. You can create your pixel. All right, I don't know about installing the Facebook pixel on a Facebook page shop because I haven't seen that option yet. And even if you read the description of what the pixel does, they tell you that this is what the pixel does. Pixel is for creating audiences, for optimizing your conversions, and for tracking activities, actions on your website. So that is the definition. That's the official definition of a pixel. If you go to the events manager, if you Google it on Facebook, that is the definition of what the pixel does. Those 3 things: to track your actions, to optimize, and to help you create audiences. So they haven't actually said anything about using the Facebook pixel for a Facebook shop. And going by that, I don't think you can install the Facebook pixel on your Facebook shop because they haven't said that, right? They haven't said that you can do that yet. So it's not yet possible. But hopefully in the future it will be. The next question is, my question is, must I have a WhatsApp business before it can be connected to Facebook? Yes. So in the video talking about the Facebook page, that was the second video where I touched a bit towards the end about having a WhatsApp business connected to your Facebook page. Yes, Facebook is going to require that you have a WhatsApp business account. Facebook's idea is that anything you're doing concerning business should be a business asset. That is why when you want to create a custom audience on with Instagram, they're going to tell you that you cannot use a personal Instagram. You need to have a business or creator account. With Facebook, in order to run ads, you need to have a Facebook business page. Same thing with WhatsApp. If you want to use WhatsApp to run ads connected to your Facebook page, it needs to be a WhatsApp business. So you can see the theme here is that everything needs to be a business. If it's Facebook, it has to be business. It's Instagram, it's business. It's WhatsApp, it's business. So everything has to be business in order for you to use it successfully. All right. So you need to make a WhatsApp business in order to use it if you want it connected to your Facebook page. If you wanted to use the ordinary WhatsApp, there's a way to do it. If you run the normal traffic option, you can just have a WhatsApp link and you can use that as well. That one doesn't have to be a WhatsApp business link, but if you want to connect it directly to your Facebook page, it needs to be a WhatsApp business. How do I get more people to follow my business and personal Facebook page in order to make more sales by having more potential customers? Wow. This question is a mouthful. It says, how do I get more people to follow my business and personal Facebook page in order to make more sales by having more potential customers? So in a way, you've actually answered the question. You get more people to follow your page by having more potential customers, and you can do that by running more ads. So I did a video. I also did a post recently on my page where I talked about the $5 a day strategy. So the $5 a day strategy simply means that if you're running ads every single day, if you run a $5 ad every day for about 30 days, at the end of 30 days, you would have gotten over 100,000 new people to know about your business, and you would have made the money back that you spent on running ads. It's a very unique concept, and I've been teaching it for a long time to a lot of people, and it's been working for them, right? So you have to understand that in order for you to get more people to see your business, you actually have to keep running ads, especially things like retargeting ads. You have to keep running those kind of ads. How about if the business ad page has already been created automatically? Okay, I've answered this question. If it was created automatically, just go ahead and you can delete it. If you can't connect your current account to it, you can delete it and create your own again. It's very simple. Go into settings, go to info, and delete what Facebook created automatically for you and create yours. Samuel says, can I install the Facebook pixel when using a Facebook shop as a website and landing page? Like I said, you can't install the Facebook pixel on a Facebook shop. It needs to be on a website or a landing page. Is Facebook Ads Manager same as the Facebook Business Manager? No, they are two different things. The Facebook Business Manager is on top. The Facebook Ad Manager is inside the Facebook Business Manager, just as described in the videos. Chidima says, I need to change my name, which I followed the edit part you talked about in the first video. I was told it to be done within 3 days. The question is, do I necessarily need to change it before paying in funds for advert? No, you don't need to change it. It will change automatically. Once it changes, it will change on every advert that you're running, so don't worry about that. Leia says, hello Ken, I did not really understand how to add primary business page. Please, can you go over it again? This requires a tutorial. There's a video tutorial for it, so just watch the video and you see how to do it. Once you go to create your page, Facebook will automatically asks you to select a primary page, and that's how to connect it. All right, so that's how to connect the page. It's inside the tutorial right there. Just watch it again, watch the videos at least twice, and you're going to get it. What banks are compatible with adverts? I said it in the payment video that you want to use the payment that works for you. Use the payment that works for you. Some people is GTB, some it's Access, some is Zenith card. So just use the one that works for you. Use the one that works for you. Some people swear by UBA, that UBA works very well for them. I personally use GTB and it works very well for me. That's GTB MasterCard with PayU. So that's what I use and it works very well for me. So try and use GTB first. That's what I recommend because it's what I use. If you try it and it doesn't work, then let me know. How do I set up my Facebook lead ad so that the emails and other details can be synchronized with my MailChimp? This is a technical, it's a developer question. It's a bit technical. There are tools to do it, but I think inside the lead ads campaign, Facebook gives a tutorial on how to connect it with MailChimp. So you can go over that tutorial and you'll be able to set it up by yourself. Can a Facebook pixel, Oleander says, can a Facebook pixel be installed on a MailChimp landing page? Yes, you can. Like I said, every landing page has its unique process for installing the pixel. But almost every landing page out there has a way of installing the Facebook pixel. So yes, you can do that. Chidema says, I clicked on username and added my Instagram name at my Instagram name, but the error message is that it is not valid. So if it's not valid, try using another username. Probably somebody has taken that one. That's why it's invalid. So try and use another one. Okay. Omia says, if I have 2 accounts, can I manage the both of them using Business Manager? Yes, you can. You can manage as many accounts as you want to. Right? Temison says, please, do I need to have an Instagram business account if I already have the Facebook business account? Yes, your Instagram business account means your Instagram profile. So that's your normal Instagram profile. You definitely need to have that if you're running ads on Instagram. So you need that as well as the business account from Facebook. Naomi says, my business manager account was blocked. Oh, like I said, if it's an issue that has to do with being blocked, only Facebook can resolve that issue. And if they say that there's nothing they can do about it, there's really nothing that can be done about it. You can try and send messages, but most times it will not work, right? So you can delete it and start over again. Just create a new business manager account, and you should be fine. Like I said, sometimes it's a glitch. So nobody knows why it happens. Only Facebook can answer those questions. So if it happens, just try and create a new one and start with it. My business manager account was restricted. Please advise on what I can do about it. So you may notice that your account gets restricted sometimes, and Facebook will ask you to verify your account. I've seen it happen to multiple people. So what happens is Facebook asks you to verify your account by adding some necessary details. This is why it's good to have a business manager account. If you don't have a business manager and you didn't set it up the right way, Facebook is going to start asking you questions like to verify your account to make sure that it's yours. Especially if you create it immediately and you try to start spending a lot of money on adverts, Facebook will want you to verify and make sure that you are a legit business. So what you can do in this case is, before you even get asked to verify your account, make sure that you've connected all your pages correctly. Make sure you've connected everything correctly, and then go ahead to start using your account. Ruby says, Ken, how do I target business owners using Instagram ads? So keywords to help my ads be found by business owners. Ads run directly from Instagram, not Facebook. So very simple thing you can do is come into the audience insights like I showed in the video talking about targeting. That was video 9. Go into the audience insights and get the necessary interest that you need to target, and then go back into Instagram and use those keywords for running your ads. Someone says, when running long ads for a month, how do you keep tweaking the audience from time to time? So this is a more advanced question, and this is a more advanced question. Yes, it's possible to keep tweaking the audience. I'm not sure many people will understand if I start explaining it, but I will try my best. What you can do is create lookalike audiences. So you can create up to 10 or 30 lookalike audiences and test them individually. Again, this is going to depend on the kind of budgets that you're working with. So if you don't have a big budget, I really don't see how possible that will be for you. But if you're working with a big budget, you can schedule out your campaign to test out multiple audiences over a period of time. If something more complex, I'll be willing to answer you in more detail if you can give me the kind of campaign that you're running, so I can give specific answers or specific examples in that case. Oleander says, must you have an automated email system to be able to run retargeting ads? No, you don't need an automated email system to run retargeting. Retargeting, you can run it to your Instagram profile, to your Telegram group, to your Facebook group, anywhere you want to run your retargeting ads to. Or even if you just want to run retargeting adverts that are bringing people back to your Instagram page, very possible. How do I create a landing page? Oh, that question just skipped. Please ask it again. Let me see. I didn't see that question. What's your Instagram handle? Swimfit Naja says. So my Instagram handle is at the Ken Ndubisi. That's my Instagram handle. You can reach me there. All right. Do we create the ads directly from the business manager? Stephanie says, do we create the ads directly from business manager? No. You create the ads from inside the ad manager, inside business manager. Is it true that running ads all the time can affect your account if you stop? Adebola asks. No, it's not going to affect your account if you stop running ads. That's just a myth. It's not going to affect your account in any way. Romy says, while creating my ad account, I'm in Ghana. There was no option for Ghana currency. What can I do? If you are in a country where your currency is not allowed, the general currency to use would be the USD. So go ahead and use USD if you can't find your particular currency. Naomi says, my ads are not going through from Instagram. I created a new account which links my Instagram account. I can't create ads from Instagram. The best solution for you will be to create the ads through Facebook, or you can send me a DM and I'll have a specific look at your ad account or your Instagram account and see what's wrong with it. I registered payment with a dollar card 4 years ago. Can I change to naira now? Helen Alaka asks. So, if you change your payment method, this is something I didn't mention in the video, but if you want to change your payment method on an ad account, it is possible. But here's what will happen. Once you try to change your payment method on an ad account, that account is going to be deactivated by Facebook, meaning you will not be able to use the account again. Please, this is very, very important. It's very important to use the right payment method from the start. I said it in that video of payments. I was stressing it a lot because it's very, very important. If you choose the wrong currency, you cannot change it again in future. You will have to deactivate your account and Facebook will give you a new account. So make sure you are very specific on the accounts that you want to use. You can always create new accounts in future, but make sure that you choose the right currency if you don't want to deactivate your account in future. It's very, very important. The right currency and the right time zone will make sure that you don't have problems with payments on Facebook. Miss Blondie Obianuju says, my ad account is on the post payment and they charge me outrageously. Please, how can I change it to prepaid payment? I just explained it. In order to change your account, if it's naira, I think you don't have to deactivate it. But if you're changing from dollar to naira or naira to dollar, you have to deactivate it. If you are using the postpaid before, go into your settings and change it to PayU. You can start using payments with PayU. Remove your credit card from the account. If you cannot remove your credit card from the account, I'm sorry, but you have to create a new ad account. That's just the way it is. All right. So that's just how it is. You have to create a new account. You just go to the account, and when you click on change payment method, Facebook will tell you that in order to create a new payment method, you have to deactivate the old account. So that's just how it is. There's no two ways about it. Ibi Toye says, each time I try to add another ad account, I get an error message that I have exceeded my limit. On checking settings, I see ad account limit is 1. How do I change this? Perfect. Just send a message to Facebook. Only Facebook can actually lift the account the account limit for you. Just send a message to them and tell them that your account limit right now is 1 and you want to increase it, and they will help you increase it. You can write down this link. This is the link for contacting Facebook support. I can also note it down for you somewhere in the broadcast. I can note it down. Probably after this live video, I would make a document and add it on the group so you can send Facebook a message and they would help you increase your limits. Adekunle says, my challenge is that my Facebook ad uses naira while Instagram uses PayPal. Someone set it up for me and I can't rectify it. It's very simple to rectify actually. All you want to do is go into your Instagram, disconnect it, and then come into Facebook and connect it afresh, right? Disconnect it from Instagram and connect it using your Facebook on your system, and the payments will start working correctly. I had issues using the Facebook ad manager, eventually deleted the business ad manager account and started running ads from my Instagram directly. My question is, would I get less effective results from that? No, the advert is still going to run perfectly, but I would advise that you create it afresh using the tutorial I showed you guys in the video. Okay. Heart Emmy says, for an ad that will require people to buy or make payments, what type of ad do you recommend? Conversion ads or traffic ads are going to work well, but conversion or traffic ads are going to work well. That means you have to have the pixel created. Olamide says, I couldn't find PayU and thus couldn't register my GT card. I talked about finding that PayU option. If you're using a naira account and you don't see the PayU option when you first go to add payments. When you click on add payments, you will not see the PayU option. Click on cancel and then click on add payment again, and you will see the PayU option right there. Layer says, I didn't get a prompt to choose a primary business page. Okay, if you didn't get it, don't worry about it, but just go ahead and add your page if you didn't get the prompt for a primary business page. Florence says, if I want to run an ad for your feed to show on Instagram, is it preferable to do it straight to Instagram instead of Facebook? Yes, like I said in the ad video, if you want the advert to show on Instagram, you have to run it through Instagram. The only way to show on Instagram and you run it through Facebook is if you create the ad as a post. So if you create the ad as a post on Instagram and you come into Facebook to run the advert and you choose use existing post, you'll be able to see the advert. But if you create the advert inside Facebook to run on Instagram, you would not see it on your feed, right? Let me say that again. If the advert is on your Instagram page already and you come into Facebook to promote it, it's going to still appear on your feed. But if you want to run the advert from Facebook to Instagram and you're creating the ad from inside Facebook itself, you would not see the ad on your Instagram page. All right, you'll be seeing people liking the post, you'll be seeing the comments, but you would not see the exact image or video itself on your Instagram feed. Does the $5 per day rule apply to Instagram as well? Yes, it does apply to Instagram as well. The $5 a day strategy applies to Instagram as well. All right, let me move this back a bit so I can see clearly. Can I use the Facebook pixel for my profile on Jumia or Konga? I don't think that's possible. That's up to Jumia or Konga to allow you to do. But as far as I know, Jumia and Konga don't allow you to have customer data. So I don't think they will allow that. My ad account is misbehaving. Can I delete and open a fresh one? Babalola Kemi asks. So unfortunately, you can't delete an ad account. Once you've created it, it's created for life. What you can do is you can delete the business manager that has the ad account inside. You can also disable an ad account. You can deactivate an ad account, but you cannot delete it. Technically, you cannot delete it. But if the ad account is inside the business manager and you delete the business manager, the ad account is going to go away. All right, the ad account is going to go away if you delete the business manager that has the ad account inside. But for you to delete the ad account itself, it's not possible on Facebook. All right, it's just going to be deactivated, but you still see it there. Can you delete a Facebook page? Yes, you can delete a Facebook page. I covered this option in the second video. Watch the video to the end. You will see I talked about all the options. At the end of settings, on the settings page, if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see where to delete a Facebook page. How do I start paying in naira? Someone just asked. I didn't catch the name. But in order to change your payment from dollar to naira, you have to deactivate the account. You have to create a new account. Why do I lose the money that was in my ad account if my account gets blocked? Temisan is asking, is it possible to get the money back? Unfortunately, it's not possible. If you lose the account, the money goes with it. So you have to be careful the kind of ads that you're running. Make sure that you go through Facebook's policies and don't run an ad that goes against Facebook policy, because if they collect the money if they collect the ad account to the money inside, the money is gone. They won't give you back. Right? So please take note of that. How do I create a landing page? This is not the tutorial for that. Otini, Blessing. So there are tutorials online, but this is not the class for creating landing page. Chisom says, how can I download the Business Manager app? I tried, but I couldn't find the app. Just go into your App Store or your Google Play Store and type in Facebook ads. Facebook ads, you're going to see it. I don't know if I can show the app, what the app logo looks like here on my screen. So I don't know if you guys can see this. So this is it right here. This is it right here. This one that says ads. You can see that logo. So that's how the logo looks. This is it. The logo that says ads. If you see where it says ads on the screen, if you can see where it says ads on the screen right here, that app, the app that says ads right here, just ads, the one with the notification, that is the app, right? You're going to see it inside the Play Store or inside the Android App Store. Okay. Tony Motunde says, how do you duplicate ads when running ads? What's the process? So if you're running your ads already, when you go to the ad manager, you're going to see the option right there to duplicate your advert. It's just a button that appears in the ad manager. If you already have an advert running, you can duplicate your advert. Loretta says, regarding Facebook ad accounts, my Naira account has been working. Oh, I'm sorry, your question just skipped. You have to ask it again. Emomo Timi says, I have pending payments because my card was not accepted. What can I do? You can use a new card and it's going to work for you. So just use a new card and it's going to work for you. You can continue running your ads. Can I change my personal Facebook profile to a business account since I have more friends, or it doesn't work that way? Yes, you can actually do it. There is a tutorial online somewhere on how to do it. So if you're having so many friends on your Facebook personal profile and you want to change it into business, yes, you can actually do that. There's a process to do that, but it's an irreversible process. If you change from personal profile to business account, you cannot go back to personal profile, right? So you cannot go back. Okay. If your Oluwa says, can a Facebook/IG page be attached to more than one ad account? Yes, you can have a Facebook ID page attached to more than one ad account. Yes. Ufoma says, can you create multiple ad accounts for the same business and run them concurrently? Yes, you can. In fact, that's what people that spend a lot of money on ads, that's what they actually do, because they don't want Facebook to mark one ad account. So some people that spend like millions running ads, they have multiple ad accounts with the same page, but because they don't want Facebook to flag just one account and everything will die, they have multiple ad accounts and they are running ads on different ad accounts. All right. So if you're in the position, the capacity to run millions of ads, you can do that. Rita says, I have pending payments and my card is declined. Rita, use a different card and it's going to work well for you. Choma says, why can't I create an ad manager account? It keeps telling me that I already have one or something like that. If you are trying to create and it's telling you that you already have one, go into your settings and check. I gave the link in the video talking about ad accounts. So check if you already have an existing one and try and use that one and it's going to work for you. Josh says, how do I retarget people when the call to action is through Messenger or WhatsApp? It's the same thing. The retargeting doesn't matter whether you're running to Facebook or WhatsApp or anywhere or Instagram. So far as you have your custom audiences built, you can target your ads to anywhere for retargeting and it's going to work well for you. Lisa Berry says, how do I know the good interest that leads to sales? Use the what's it called? Use the audience insights tool like I showed you and you'll be able to get that result. Use the audience insights tool and you'll be able to get the interest to use for your adverts. Adewale says, I already have the business account before, but I tried updating the business name, profile picture, but it's not opening at all. If you tried it and it's not working, the business account before, are you talking about the business page or business manager? Please let me know. Please let me know. Who's next? So guys, please slow down with the questions. They're moving too fast and I can't see everything. So I'm trying to catch up to them. Esther Shimolo says, what does line of business mean in Facebook Business Manager? So line of business simply means like what business, like what industry are you into, right? It could be manufacturing, fashion, makeup. So that's simply what it means. Okay. So I guess I'm answering some questions, or I'm seeing some questions that I have already asked before. So since the replay is going to be on the group, if you've asked a question before, I'm just going to say that I've answered it before. All you need to do is I'll just give a little summary of it, and then you can watch the replay again to get the exact answer to the question, right? because the questions are moving so fast, and I'm trying to reach everybody's question. So please just give me some time. Can you create the Facebook pixel with your mobile phone? Ogor, that's OGOO. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Can you create the Facebook pixel with your mobile phone? No, you need to do it with a system. You need to do it with a PC. Awura Doa says, can I use the Facebook page created for me through Instagram, or should I go through the process that I outlined? So I would advise that you go through the process I showed you, because sometimes if you try to do it through Instagram, if you use the one that Instagram creates automatically for you, sometimes your Facebook would not notify it. And you see that error whereby sometimes you try to run ads and they tell you error that you don't have permission to access this page. That's what causes that error sometimes, because Facebook cannot recognize the page because it wasn't created through Facebook. So it's best to do it through Facebook so that Facebook will recognize the page when you want to run ads on Instagram. You have to understand that Facebook is trying to make it in such a way that everything will work hand in hand. The Facebook ad manager, they want it to work together with Instagram. So they're trying to make everything work together. And if you're trying to do it separately, it's not going to work for you. So you have to understand that when you're trying to connect your Facebook and your Instagram, Facebook's mind is that everything should be working hand in hand. So you have to actually have that also in mind when running your ads. Which other question am I seeing here? Bimbola says, so I can actually do all this on my phone. I thought it was only a desktop function. Yes, you can do it through your phone, but I also said that when creating the ads, that if you're doing it with your phone, there are some options that you would not have. You are limited by what you can do with your phone. Ask anybody that creates ads with their phone. They will tell you you cannot create the custom audiences using your phone. You cannot do like the targeting the same way you'll be able to do it on desktop if you're using your phone. So the phone has its limitations. With system or a PC, you have a lot of things that you can do. But with phone, you are limited by what you can do. You can only run very simple ads. So just have that at the back of your mind. If you're trying to do everything with your phone, some options are actually limited to you. Entry says, I tried creating Pixel and it says I do not have a data source. How do I fix that? Secondly, Facebook already created a business manager for me, so I had to edit it and add the necessary information. I also had to use my personal ad account as a business manager account. Is there any problem with that? So, if they're saying you don't have a data source, right, that's probably an issue from Facebook. That's an issue from Facebook. So send them a message. And like I recommended, I would personally not use my personal ad account. I would create a new one. But if you're using it currently and it's working for you, please go ahead and do so as far as it's working for you. But I wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend that you create a new one. Onome says, I tried creating my ad account, but I was denied access. Probably a Facebook problem, so send Facebook a message and they will rectify it for you. Fumi says, how do I rectify a deactivated bank account? You really can't rectify a deactivated bank account. That has to be through Facebook. Another thing to note here about payments is that if you use a payment method and Facebook flags it on a particular ad account, don't use the same payment method on a new ad account, because Facebook would have already blacklisted that payment method and it's not work for you. What I mean is that if you use like a particular MasterCard with details and Facebook blocks that ad account, don't use that MasterCard to create a new account, because it will not work. They will keep on blocking the account and you'll be wondering what's happening, because Facebook has already marked that payment method and they will not let you go through. All right, so please note that. Elizabeth says, how do you have multiple ad accounts? Just create multiple, just the same way I showed you. To create one, you can use it to create more. If you're not able to create more, that means you have a limit and you have to speak to Facebook directly and they will lift the limit for you. Loretta says, hello Ken, thank you so much for the lessons today. Regarding assigning page roles, I have some questions. Why do I need someone to manage my page? Why can't I do it myself? What are the pros and cons? I never said you need someone to manage your page. It's just an option. You don't need someone to manage your page. You can do it solely by yourself. I just said it as an option. Like probably if you in the future you need someone to help you with your page, probably you're too busy trying to focus on your business, or you need somebody to just come in and check some things for you, or someone to post for you, that kind of thing, then you need to give somebody access, right? So it's not a must, it's just something to know, right? And another important reason to have somebody also have access to your page is that anything could happen to your Facebook profile and you will lose access to your page. But if somebody else has access to your page, that page cannot be lost, because if the person has access to your page, if you create a new profile, you just add yourself back and the person can give you access again. So it's basically a fail-safe method. For example, if I have an account now, I have like my brother. If you saw the video, I have my brother in there, like my sister's account. So even if anything happens to my own account again, I can just use their own account and continue using my Facebook ads, and I will not have any problem. All right. Rita says I have used two cards, First Bank and GTB, is still declined. If your account is getting declined, first of all, let me know what currency you are using. Let me know what currency you are using. If your account is still getting declined, probably you just need to use PayU, and instead of typing in your card details, use PayU, and you'll be able to resolve that. So, guys, there are a lot of questions. I'm going to stop taking questions now. I'm going to stop um, taking questions now because there's still a lot. I'm trying to catch up to everything, and I'm also working with time here. So please, if I've asked your question before, if I've answered your question before, try not to ask it again. Try not to ask it again if I've already answered it. Just let me attend to the questions that are present here on the screen, because they're moving so fast and I can't catch some of them anymore. Accessorized by Mo says, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question. It just skipped. It just passed me." Um, Russell says, "I tried saving my audience in the audience insights, but it didn't work. It didn't save it. If it's not working, just try doing it again. Probably with a different network. Try doing it with a different network, and it should work fine for you." So it's a glitch on Facebook's end. It's not a Facebook ad problem by itself. Okay, so I'm going to say, if you're having any issues with Facebook blocking your account, if you're having any issues with Facebook blocking your account, I would not be able to help with that kind of issue. I would not be able to help. The only person that can help in that case is Facebook. You have to send them a message and you have to wait for them to get back to you. If you're facing any problem with Facebook accounts being disabled or deactivated, only Facebook can help you with that issue. I cannot do anything on my end. Totally off. It's outside my scope of work, so I can't do anything there. You can just send a message to Facebook. They are the only ones who can help you with that. Okay. Wow. I'm still getting more questions. I'm still getting more questions, but I'm stopping. I'm stopping at Ferdinand. So please and please, if you have more questions, or if you have a question that I haven't answered, please try to send me a message on Instagram. Try to send me a message on Instagram if it's based on the tutorials that we've covered so far. Please, if I've said everything that needs to be said about payments, if it's not working for you for one reason or the other, try and use a different payment method, or try and use PayU. Those are the two options. Those are things I can't do anything on from my end. If it has to do with payments, if it has to do with your account getting deactivated, it's only Facebook that has the authority to help you with that. All right, it's only Facebook that can do that. No other authority has that. No other person has that authority, right? Just Facebook. All right, so I'm seeing questions about deactivation. Anything that has to do with deactivation, it's Facebook. You have to send them a message at support. I can't see somewhere to type in the Facebook link. I will just give it to the admin and they will post it in the group. If it has to do with your account getting disabled or deactivated, only Facebook can resolve it. Please, only Facebook can resolve it. Okay. All right. So I'm seeing how can one retrieve pages from a disabled ad account? Pages are not connected to your ad account. So far as you're an admin, you always have access to your page. If your page if you're an admin on your page, you always have access to your page. So don't worry about that, right? Don't worry about that. You have access to your page. Your page is your page. Can I merge two accounts? Our Facebook account under one email, but Facebook page created under my personal account. How do I move page to the account? Your page is not your page is exclusive from your ad account. Your page is exclusive from your ad account. You can always add your page to multiple ad accounts. You can always add your page to multiple ad accounts. Is the ad account the same with the pages, or is it your Facebook profile? No, your ad account is different from your pages and is also different from your Facebook profile. Is it possible for Facebook to overcharge your bank account? I've never heard of that happening, but if it happens to you, you can send a message to Facebook and they will be in the best position to resolve it. Former says, can we have different ad accounts with different payment currencies for the same business? Yes, you can. You can have a different ad account with a different payment option. So one ad account can be in naira and that ad account can be in dollar. Yetunde says, please, which site is best to create a converting landing page? This is not a landing page class. This is not a landing page class. So you can send me a message on that, but this is not a landing page class. Other question. Oleander says, I noticed my ad account shows my personal Facebook name and not my Facebook page name. Is that okay, or does it mean that I didn't create the ad account properly? No, that's actually correct. It's your name that will show up because it's your Facebook ad account. So that's correct. So don't worry about that. Deborah says, I tried creating my ad account, but I was told that my business manager is currently not able to create new ad accounts. If you're not able to create a new ad account because you have a debt, you have to settle your debt or use a different Facebook ad manager to create your account. Guys, I'm running out of time here. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to take the last few questions. So please, if I wasn't able to reach your question or if you skipped past me, just send a message to me or drop it in the group and I'm going to answer it. All right. Deborah says, I tried creating my ad accounts, but I was told that my business manager is currently not able to create new accounts. Okay, I've solved that question. Ferdinand said, what should I do when I have this error? Verify your business name to continue. Yes, you need to verify your business name. Just follow the process that Facebook gives you and you'll be able to verify your business manager. All right, so I think I'm not seeing any new questions. I'm not seeing any new questions. Okay, so Honor says, do you run adverts for business owners and how much for 7 days? This is outside the scope of this class. So you can send me a message for that. But this is outside the scope of this class. This is just a Q&A for ads. So if you have something else, just send me a DM on Instagram at Ndubisi. Barakat says, my ad account is postpaid and in naira, but my cards have been rejected, including virtual card. What should I do? My best advice would be to use the PayU option, right? So use the PayU option so that you don't have to impute your cards. in the account, you can use the PayU option, that's the prepaid, and you'll be able to pay for your adverts. Okay? If your lower says, how can one retrieve pages from a disabled ad account? I've answered that already. Oh, do you mean like your profile? If your profile has been disabled, I told you, I'm sorry. you, that's beyond any normal person's ability. It's Facebook all the way. So if your profile has been disabled, that means it's been disabled. Everything has been disabled with it. Your ad account, your pages, everything is gone, right? So you just have to send a message to Facebook. If they can't resolve it for you, it's gone. I mean, it's happened to many people I know of, and they never got it back. Some were lucky, some were not. So it's just a game of luck, right? So that's it. Sorry about that, but you can't really do anything about it except from Facebook. Okay. So I'm seeing a very big question here from Oba RS. When teaching about Facebook Business Manager, how to connect your different accounts, you kept repeating we should not use ad accounts. Also, the main reason why I said that is because if your ad account gets disabled, if it gets disabled with your page, it's going to really impact your page. So that's the reason why. The main reason why I'm saying that is because if it gets disabled for any reason, it will give you some complexity. So that's why I choose I ask you to create or to request. It's easier in future. You don't know what might happen in future. So that's why I suggest that. All right, and I've answered every question about the pixel. Pixel is for websites only, not for Facebook assets. Any website that allows you to have pixel would show you how to do it. If Jumia or Konga don't allow you to have your customer data, so they won't allow you to have the pixel. They don't even allow you to have customers' details directly, so they won't allow you to have the pixel. They won't have their own pixel, so they don't allow individual pixels. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about Facebook ads, I'm going to leave a link to a full Facebook ads tutorial video right up here. And if you want to learn how to use particular interest for something like affiliate marketing, I'm going to leave the video up here so you can check it out. But either way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video and tell your friends about it. And if you want to learn about Facebook ads, I'm also going to leave a link to the training in the description so you can check it out and get started and become very good with ads. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.